Hey everyone, it's Scott here. Today I'm joined with my lovely wife, Zaritza, to announce a little project that we have. So we have known each other for a very long time, I think at least 14 years.
Yeah.
And throughout that time, we have spoken in English to each other,
Right.
obviously. But now that we've, once we started dating and now that we've been married and now that we have a son together, we've been thinking a little bit more about me learning Macedonian, which is your native language.
Right. So I was born in Macedonia and I moved to Canada when I was 14 years old. So I would say I'm pretty fluent in my in Macedonian. But these days I only speak to my parents and some of my relatives back home in Macedonian. Most of my friends, as well as my husband, are Canadian and we speak in English. When I was younger and I was thinking that one day I'll have kids, I always thought, oh, of course, when I have a child, I'll speak to them in Macedonian. But now that we have Thomas, I've been speaking to him mostly in English because we're always together and Scott is always around. So I'm very interested to see how the dynamic in our household changes once you become more fluent in Macedonian.
Yeah, and the other reason we were thinking of taking this is that normally we're constantly in a situation where we're immersed with other English speakers, and so maintaining some version of the no English rule, well, it's not impossible, it's just definitely a little bit harder, and there was always other things happening. Now that, the world is kind of on lockdown, we have an opportunity, we see, to really do this thing that we've wanted to do for a while. So I think it's also something that other couples and people can think of. We were talking about how many of our friends are in situations where they have two different native languages and they speak to each other in English or in some other language together because that's the one that they feel the most comfortable with. But the other partner would often like to learn the language of the spouse, and it's something that's surprisingly difficult to do. It's surprisingly difficult to learn this other language because your communication habits with that person are so entrenched.
Yes.
And so this is an opportunity for us to kind of experiment with this and see how it works, and hopefully I'll be able to share some updates with you. And as this month goes on, I can share a little bit of video of me speaking in Macedonian and applying this kind of version of this no English rule in our household. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm really excited to try out this new project.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out with you.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.